Everybody, welcome in. Let's get into this a terrifying, horrific story of Chad Doerman, who lined his 3 boys up in the front yard and shot them execution style, and the stepdaughter running down the road. My daddy's killing everyone. And with that, let's get into it. Inside the story of Chad Doerman, who executed his 3 boys, a daddy, a lie. A take 4. A 911 call was received from a woman who was screaming that her babies had been shot, followed by another call 3 minutes later from a separate caller who reported seeing an underage girl running down the road and claiming that her father was killing everyone. The tragic incident and a horrifying act that has left a small Ohio community reeling. A 32-year-old Chad Doerman stands accused of executing his 3 young sons. Their ages 3, 4, and 7. I can't wrap my head around this one. In their Monroe Township home. The incident occurred on the afternoon of Thursday, June 15th, 2023, when, according to prosecutors, Chad Doerman lined up his 3 children and shot them with a rifle. One of the boys tried to flee into a field, but was persuaded by Chad, brought back to the house, and executed. I am not sure I will ever be able to wrap my head around this one. It took me a while to come out with my thoughts on this, but I really wanted to discuss this unfortunate, senseless crime, and hear all of your guys' thoughts. The mother of the boys, who was also shot in the hand as she tried to save her sons from their father's violent assault. She was taken to University of Cincinnati Medical Center for treatment. The deputies who arrived at the scene attempted to perform CPR on the boys, but to no avail. The identity, the arrest, and legal proceedings. That first officer on the scene was just like, let's go. The boys are in the yard. I see 3 boys. We don't know if they're alive, and I mean, just to watch that police body cam footage was absolutely disturbing. Chad Doerman is very disturbing. Upon arriving at the scene, the officers found Chad Doerman sitting calmly next to his rifle. The police body cam footage shows Chad Doerman sitting on a stoop at his home, at the place where he had allegedly carried out this horrendous act. He was detained without incident and questioned. Chad Doerman was later charged with 3 counts of aggravated murder. He allegedly confessed to not only committing the killings, but also planning them. The prosecutors sought out and were granted a $20 million bond by Judge Jason Nagel. A prelim hearing in the case is scheduled for June 26th, 2023. And today it is June 24th, 2023. And after the case is taken to a grand jury, prosecutors plan to seek to have Chad Doerman held without bond. The possibility of seeking the death penalty is being reviewed by the Claremont County prosecutor. This tragic event has shaken the small community of Monroe Township, which is home to about 7,500 people. A statement from Tracy Miller, superintendent of the New Richmond Exempted School District, expressed the pain felt by the community, saying, "Our hearts are once again broken tonight, as we yet again ask the community to lift up those affected by this horrific incident. This is by far the most sickening, horrifying crime I have seen," Prosecutor Mark Takeholve said. "I can only imagine the terror that these little boys felt and experienced as their father, their protector, was murdering them. We will do our utmost within my office to see this defendant never sees the light of day again." His father, Keith Doerman, who lives in Florida, expressed shock and confusion about the incident, mentioning that Chad seemed to be fine when he visited him a week prior to the event. He also insisted that Chad had no history of mental illness, strange behavior, or a criminal record, although it was reported that Chad once choked his father in 2010, a case which was later dismissed. I mean, to see him when the police arrested him, I'm not gonna hurt you, I'm uncomfortable, can you pick me up? can I get my wallet? The cop is like, shut up! And then to see him standing in court with that look of a deer in the headlights, almost like a shock of what in the entire F did I do? Did he snap? And the fact that he planned it, and the outbreak in the courtroom with the crying, we are definitely going to go into more detail of this, a part one of, I don't know how many parts this will be, but what on God's earth? I don't care if the wife is having an affair, if she is leaving you. What would make a man align his children up outside and shoot them, and to actually chase one down and bring him back, and to not snap back into what on God's earth are you doing or have you done? This one is unimaginable. It is sickening, and I was just mind blown. I'm still mind blown. I cannot wrap my head around this one, and I never will be able to. So we know that he pleads not guilty on the 3 counts of, well, actually 21 counts is what Chad Doerman is being charged with. And it's normal for the defendant to plead not guilty at this time, as most of us know, because we probably watch a lot of court trials. Chad Doerman, who confessed to executing his 3 boys in his front yard a week ago in Monroe Township, has been formally indicted on the following charges: 9 counts of aggravated murder, 8 counts of kidnapping, and 4 counts of felonious assault, which gives him the front row ticket into the death penalty. And please make sure you drop your comments and your opinions and your thoughts on this, and I will definitely be touching on your comments. Let's wrap this video up. I am going to definitely get into a part 2 and dig deeper into the surface of the wife, just a lot of other things. But let's end this with what Chad Doerman's father said.
They won't let you talk to your son?
Keith Doerman, now living in Florida, said he came back to Ohio Thursday night after he found out what happened that day on Laurel Lindale Road in Monroe Township, but said he's not allowed to talk to his son. Chad Doerman confessed to shooting and killing his 3 sons execution style. Chad's father tells us this is completely out of character for Chad, saying his son isn't violent. I don't know what went on in his personal life. It's a shocker to us we didn't see it coming. He just snapped. I could tell in his eyes he's hollow inside. That wasn't Chad standing at the arraignment. I mean, that was not him. Keith Doerman told me he can't figure out why his son would have done this. A lot of stuff out there that could make you flip, and I don't think there's enough research on that, alluding to the possibility his son Chad could be suffering from mental illness. But also said, I don't know if it was financial, I don't know if it was marital, I don't know if it's work-related, I don't know. Keith defended his son, saying he was a good kid and a good father, but said, I don't want nobody to badmouth him because this is a terrible thing he did, and I'm angry at him for it, but there's something deeper inside. That's all it is.
And with that, it is a wrap. Everybody, I thank you for coming in. Please make sure you click that like, the subscribe, and the bell for notifications, so you do not miss the next time we drop a video and or go live. Everybody, have a good day or a good night wherever you are in the world, and stay vigilant. I am out.